111.
Okay, we're sweet. We are good to go. What's up, people? How are we doing? I'll be with you in just a moment. You know the drill. You know it. I ain't got to explain the drill. Gonna get the community post rolled out and we'll get cracking. Shall we? Let's do it. Okay. 1 minute. Okay. Right. Cool. We are cracking. I think the Discord as well. Right. Where are you guys at? Where is my stream chat? Where you motherfuckers? Huh? Where you guys going? I hope you're all doing well. I hope you're doing swell, even, should I say. How are we? How are we? How are we? Come on. YouTube studio, play nice with me today. Angel, Thug, XD, what's up? Astro, how you guys doing? There we go. We're back, baby. We're back. Hacked Alex going to come out straight. I don't think he even got hacked at all. I think it was a little play by him and his team. And I'm sure most of you agree with me there. Ops on the new Pope. Well, he's named after me, so he's probably going to do a good job, I'd say. Pope Leo, bro. Who would have thought? Crazy. What's happening to India, Pakistan? I know, right? Oh, shit. Are you okay? Everything good on your end? That's fucking nuts, bro. I hope you're okay. Bro, it's crazy couple of days in the geopolitical sphere, is it not, man? But here we are, waffling about MMA, which is obviously the far more important thing. I'm sure you would all agree. I mean, of course. What's more important, the conflict between India and Pakistan or Alex Pereira potentially retiring? I mean, I know what my answer is. What happened to my hair? Nothing, bro. I've just got my headphones on and I shampooed it today, which I only do like once a week. So look, if I take these off, you'll see how voluminous this shit is. It's just a bit of a mess right now. But my earbuds have run out of charge and I forgot to charge them, so I'm using my headphones today. The white streak? What do you mean? What do you mean white streak? There's a white streak in my hair? Maybe it's just the lighting, bro. I can't lie. But I'm good, man. I hope you guys are all doing okay. Hope you're all doing swell. And I hope you're all safe. And I hope you're looking forward to UFC 315. It's I'm actually slowly getting somewhat excited for the card. I'm interested in how this Bilal JDM fight is going to turn out purely on the basis of what it's going to mean for the Makhachev fight and Taporia. We will see. London, what if it's up? Ball knowledge, I see. I don't know. You're losing me, brother. I don't even know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're referring to. Maybe I don't have ball knowledge. Not a great way to start the stream, is it? Is it now? I know. But yeah, I've been working hard on this new. I tell you what, my laptop is over there. I've been changing my work mode. Just been chilling, sitting on my laptop, just grinding out this script, which is taking me ages. We're working on a big video. I'm doing the every era of the UFC explained. I think I mentioned that before. If I didn't, there's a little exclusive for you. Every era of the UFC explained. Big fucking. It's almost like a spiritual successor to my video I did a while with the history of the UFC video, but I'm just going into more of the wider repercussions of what each era did and the consequences of the events within them, if that makes any sense. So it's a nice little encyclopedic video. Hey, Pom, what's up, brother? Find out the president, so start hanging out in chat more often. I'm glad to hear it, man. Good to see you back out of the hole. I've been there, bro. I understand it. I mean, as I said, I've been open on the stream myself. Last couple of weeks been really tough for me. Hope all is well, and let's praise the MMA gods that Poatan doesn't retire. Yes, sir, bro. You always bring the energy. It's good to have you back, and I hope you're doing better now. I'm glad you are, rather. Did I say? Good to have you here, man. Good to have you here. This is on mod you for the boost of power. Shut the fuck up, guys. Napoleon blown apart type of it. It's still in my style. You know how I do my content. You know how I do my videos. How I like to narrate. How I like to write. How I like to edit. So still absolutely me. you know, fully 100%, all done by myself, except I might commission the thumbnail because I have an idea in mind that I can't quite execute. But it's going to be a big, big deep dive. I don't know how long it's going to be. It's too early to say. We're too early in the writing process to really have a certain answer for that. But I'd say at least probably around half an hour, maybe more. Half an hour or longer. Could be a lot longer. But I'd say around half an hour on average is a safe bet. But could be longer. Good chance it will be, actually, because sometimes I write and I just ended up needing more, and I write more, and I write more, and I write more, or the edit just ends up being way bigger than I think it's going to be. And you know how it is. You know, these scopes of videos, sometimes they just implode. Am I going to get that guy from the Discord to do it? Yes. At the moment, I'm talking to him because I actually like his work. He's actually got some good stuff. So at the moment, I'm talking to him. I'm not going to get too much into detail about it. Just we'll see how it goes. What's up, Ivan? Good to have you, man. Looking forward to it. I appreciate it, man. It's going to be sick. Hey, Julio. Good to have you back, brother. Good to see you. You did make it indeed. As well, I do want to apologize for not being here last stream. It's just, to be honest with you, that is more of a symptom of just my general work ethic being a bit behind the last couple of weeks. Last month, even just been struggling a bit after as I've been open about. I did actually have some stuff going on that Thursday or the Sunday even. So I had not really much I could do about it, but that's my responsibility. That's on my shoulders. That's something I have to handle. So I do apologize for not being there for you guys. Look at Stream Reacts. I got you, brother. What's up? This better be something worthwhile. You ain't even pasted it in. Killing me. Alex is retiring, then I think I'm content. I mean, he's done what he's needed to do. I mean, if he was to retire, if that news was true, let's say hypothetically that it was, and he did retire, though I don't know if we're going to go down that route just yet. I mean, put it this way. He's done everything he needed to do in the UFC. He's a two-weight champion. He's already gone down as one of the greatest UFC fighters in history, despite such a short tenure in the promotion. So I think it's a career, you know, if you're looking at his combat sports career as a whole, I think there's very few that can even rival him. Within the UFC specifically, you know, I wouldn't sit here and say he's top 5 because he's definitely not. But I mean, the fact we're even talking about him in these conversations, despite being only in the UFC for what is it now, 4 years? I mean, it's pretty phenomenal, is it not, right? 5 years even. 4 or 5 years. Something like 3 years, rather. I mean, not a long time, right? Apparently, with the YouTube update, if you say like the video, the like button glows on viewers' screens. It's really cool. Really? Bro, you know more than me, and yeah, I've never heard of that. Damn, that sounds cool. Cool, Astro. Nice one. That is cool, actually. To be honest, I don't do those call to action, so maybe I should. Maybe that is the play. But I hope you all enjoyed the new video. I know it's not my best work, nor is it my biggest and most comprehensive. It just took a while to get out. Just, again, partly down to how I've been struggling a little bit, but also just because it was a difficult, much harder video to put together than I thought it would be. Just timelines, general order of things. It was actually difficult. I'm just looking at the general analytics on it right now. It's doing all right. It's not doing too bad. It's just been slowly chugging along, and that's all thanks to you guys. So, where would Alex rank all time at light heavyweight? At light heavyweights, I mean, probably third. Probably third. I mean, you've got realistically, it's John Jones and DC, and you could very much make the argument he's ahead of DC. Actually, I don't know. I mean, but I don't think he's above DC. Even he's obviously not above Jones. That needs no explanation, unless there's anyone I'm missing that's glaringly obvious. But I don't think there is, right? Okay. So I'm just looking at the last video. You know how it is. We don't let up in this game. We don't let up, man. You don't let up. Tito and Chuck. Yeah, true, but it's a tough one for those guys because when it comes to like Tito Ortiz and Chuck Liddell, right? It's almost like their career accomplishments get invalidated just because it was such a different time. And to be fair, and I do stand by this, I think it's true. The guys they were facing weren't anywhere near at the level of the fighters we have today, and even a few years ago. So I think it's understandable why their legacies are somewhat undermined. I think you could probably make the argument for Chuck, to be honest with you. Chuck Liddell, you could have above DC. My cousin actually knows Tito's son because he lives in Florida. I think he's been to Tito's bar too. I do wonder if he shares the same IQ points as his father. We'll see. What about Frank? What, Mir? I mean, maybe. I don't think I'd put him above. I think Pereira's above Frank Mir. As much as I am a Frank Mir enjoyer because of his jiu-jitsu game, I mean, I think there's very few fighters in that division who can clear Alex Pereira in terms of the dominance that they showed, even if for not a longest period of time, just the manner of the constant wins he had. I mean, phenomenal. And hey, his story's not even fully written yet. Who knows? Who knows? You know, we know how unpredictable this game is. We could have a world where Alex Pereira knocks out Ankalaev in the rematch, and then we're talking about him in a whole new different conversation. We're talking about a two-time champion, and also, or technically a three-time champion, and also a two-weight king as well. I mean, that is a phenomenal achievement that very few fighters have achieved ever. So I think when you keep that in mind, and the fact Pereira still has time left, it might not be long, but he has time left, and he doesn't need a lot of time. We also got to remember that too. Alex Pereira is a guy who, yes, with the help of the UFC top brass and the whole narrative with Israel Adesanya, was able to climb up the rankings very quickly and do what he did, but he still had to execute on those opportunities, which he's absolutely done and could very well do again. So I'm optimistic with regards to a potential comeback, but the whole tweet saga yesterday, very weird, very strange. I'm sure you guys would all agree. Oh, Shamrock? Maybe. I mean, I don't know enough about him, to be honest with you, except the fact that Dana White hates his guys. If I ever did a Victims of Dana White sequel, maybe I'll put him in there. Who knows? But yeah, I mean, this whole tweet saga was so strange. It was such a short amount of time with this, and it didn't seem like something from a hacker. I don't believe that in the slightest. I'll tell you what I think happened, right? Again, I don't want to ramble too much. I want to let you guys say your piece and play off of you guys. But I feel like with Alex Pereira, I think what probably happened is we had some negotiations gone sour. Maybe Pereira and his team heard something through the grapevine, and I think it's weird, right? Because it's uncharacteristic of the man. You know, he's very much been a company guy since he joined the UFC. I mean, happily, because they've been paying him pretty well, and he's been doing what he needed to do in the octagon to be that superstar. The UFC have very much accommodated him. Maybe this is an uncharacteristic response. Who knows? But I feel like maybe when it comes to the negotiating team, Hunter Campbell have said, yeah, we're not going to give you the immediate rematch. And he threw the toys out the pram. His team maybe provoked him to tweet something, or maybe he did it as a spur-of-the-moment decision. I don't know. But it is strange, isn't it? That it was less than an hour in between that and his, I'm going to call it an apology video or a backtrack video, because that's what I think it was. I don't think he was hacked at all. I think it was a backtrack video posted as damage control. I can make the safe assumption that he probably got a lot of calls from some UFC high-ups after that tweet, right? And then who knows what went on there, but that's my 2 cents. I don't know, though. I hate the fast track to the title criticism because I'm losing my tab. Where's it gone? There we go. Because they still have to win the title. I agree. I don't like... Listen, I don't like fights getting pushed too early. But again, as I said, you have to capitalize on those opportunities. Alex Pereira unequivocally did that. Umar was fast-tracked and lost, so it doesn't matter to me too much. I think Umar's was a little bit different because no one wanted to fight him. So he was almost left with no option. I think that was a little bit different from him, regardless of the outcome. He could have heard it's Jury and Ank next. I mean, maybe. I don't think Jury deserves it, as much as I love him. Look at the difference between Dustin when he got hacked versus Alex. I mean, yes. I remember when Dustin got hacked. I didn't believe that either. It was weird. I don't know. We never really know what goes on with these guys, do we? Bro just like to troll. No, he wouldn't do that with no reason. Why would you just stir the pot like that? It doesn't do anything for him. If anything, I think it's put him in a more negative light, if anything. I mean, that's also why it'd be a good hack, because it's something believable. That is true, but that's not normally what hackers do, right, Time? Normally they are looking to exploit. They're trying to get something. They're trying to promote. Usually it's some crypto scam coin like we saw with Dustin Poirier from memory. So I feel like it wasn't something like that. What kind of purpose would that serve for the hacker to do something like that? Yeah, you're causing a little bit of chaos, but normally when it comes down to it, these guys who are hacking with bad intentions are doing so for financial benefit. And if that was the case for Alex, we probably would have seen a different tweet. That's my 2 cents. Donnie, I don't think so. If you're asking me, we don't know for certain. Or we only got Alex's word. I don't think he was. I think it was a play of sorts, a bold play. Like a Hail Mary, a Hail Mary throw. Batting for a home run, swinging for the fences. That's what I think it was. I think Alex saw what pay looks like for non-champs. You're telling me, brother. You're telling me. Yeah, it's good to see you, Donnie, man. I'm all right, man. I'm all right. How are you doing? How is yourself? Like the hacker would have posted the F slur or the N word or something like that. True, and then put a link to a Bitcoin or a shitcoin rather. Um, that would be a much more appropriate response if it was a hacker inside of Alex Pereira's account. It was too normal of a response to be that, right? I'm sure you guys are mostly in agreement with me here. Too normal of a response. It made too much sense for it to be a hacker. And, you know, it's not like the UFC underpaying their fighters is some kind of open secret. It's just the truth. We know it. We've heard it from many people. And the people who disagree are fighters who are afraid of you know, being grabbed by the iron fist of the UFC, you know, the long arm of the law, if you will. They're afraid to speak out because they don't want to lose what they have. That's the reality. Anyone who does speak out is doing so because they're brave enough and it's the truth. I don't know. We'll see. Just moved out of college, brother. New beginnings. Nice one, brother. Hope life's treating you well. I mean, that's damn. Yeah, out in the open. I mean, for me, when I came out of university, I'm back home now. You know, so it's almost like going backwards, at least for a time. I'm trying to move out next year. Hopefully next year. Exciting times for myself as well. Can't imagine a hacker going through all that work to not cause chaos or push a shitcoin. Exactly right. I mean, he did cause chaos. I'd say that for sure. I mean, he lit the. If it was a hacker, he definitely did the job of lighting the MMA world on fire. I mean, look at us talking about it now. So I think that is some truth there, but it doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make any sense to be a hacker. We take the dog you know. Make that dog's plural, but no, I wouldn't. I gotta stay here. I barely look after myself, bro. You know, I'm a mess. Who isn't these days, to be fair? But no, I don't. I looking after a dog or two dogs by myself would be a nightmare. Why MMA fans so dumb that they believe Alex would just randomly shit on the UFC for no reason and threaten to quit? I mean, I can ask you the same question in the opposite direction. Why wouldn't they do that? Why wouldn't he do that? To get leverage. To get leverage from the UFC. I mean, or to stir the pot, to court public opinion. Or to win the court of public opinion, rather, should I say. You know, to get people on his side, to put pressure on the top brass. There's a lot of motivations for him to do that. I completely disagree. What's up, Steve? Good to have you back, brother. How you doing, man? You got hacked? Yeah, maybe. Maybe we live in a boring world where nothing happens except from that, right? You know, maybe we're just speculating and we're blowing things out of proportion. Could be. Or we could be in the other direction. We don't know. We don't have a certainty to say, besides Pereira's word. I don't think hacking a Twitter account takes all that too much effort. I mean, I wouldn't know. Hackers aren't idiots. They're probably getting wise to the fact that everyone can see through those crypto scams. I do kind of agree, but I also think you are severely underestimating the stupidity of people. There's a reason people still do these scams. It's because they work. Because there are, even if it's 1%, 0.1% of people who see that tweet, that minute amount of people is enough to make a lot of money because they're dumb. I mean, why do you think shitcoins still do pump? Why do people still do pump and dump schemes? Because people are dumb enough to invest in them. Maybe the hacker did try and cause chaos by attacking the UFC under Pereira's name. Maybe. It was all just weird. It's very weird. I mean, equally, I guess you could. What does support that claim is such the short turnaround. You can make the argument as soon as Alex Pereira got back into his account, it was like damage control. We got to put a video out now to ensure everyone that he was hacked. So maybe. What do you think of Critical Eye MMA ripping Guru? I missed on that. I don't know who that is. Who's this? Critical Eye MMA. I've never seen this. Let's have a look, shall we? I don't know. You have to give me the rundown, man. Maybe he's just doing it for views or something. A lot of people do that. And I'm not even a huge MMA guru guy, but I just don't waste my energy. I would never make dedicated videos about these guys, you know? Even dudes like, I don't have anything bad to say about Guru per se. It's just not my cup of tea. I don't agree with him on like most political fronts, and I just don't like the way he talks about people, generally speaking. But I can't fault his success. I will never say bad things about that. He's done very well for himself. Other guys like Rigo, of course, had bad words to say about on here. Different story with him. Big hater of that dude. As a fellow Val stan, thoughts on Val's custom fight kit? I think it's fire as fuck. I think Volkanovski's one was probably the best one we've seen. I think this one pips that, to be honest with you. I think Volkanovski's new custom kit is the cleanest and best one we've had yet, in my opinion. But again, I am biased. But I just like the design. I like the colors. I just feel like if you had the ability to mess with people online like that, you wouldn't always be doing it for financial gain. The trolling potential really is just too high. Yeah, every once in a while, but it's Alex Pereira's account we're talking about. This guy has huge online reach. why wouldn't you take the opportunity to make some money? That's the way I see it. What's up, Wolf? Appreciate it, brother. Yeah, I know. Looking a little bit more distinguished today. My hair, on the other hand, is not. Absolute mess, but we will. That's because the hack had such a reasonable statement. It's a weird situation. Exactly, right? Hack or not, Alex is staying, or we can relax for now. Yeah. I don't think he's got long left. Like, even if we hack aside, this drama aside, we're just talking about Alex Pereira's career and the time he has left. I think what people need to remember is that the UFC and mixed martial arts in general is such a volatile sport where things move so quickly. You know, it feels like only yesterday we were talking about Israel Adesanya in his ascendancy as a middleweight champion, and now he's on the brink of retirement. And outside of Volkanovski 314, we'd probably be saying the same thing. Things move so quickly. And Alex Pereira, in my opinion, again, I can't say for certainty. We don't know the future. But I would be thinking about 1 to 2 years. 1 to 2 years left in this game. That's my honest outlook on it, especially at his age. Then again, he can go a little bit longer at those upper weight classes, so maybe a bit more. We'll see. I do apologize if you can hear my little sniffles and shit. I've been getting bombarded by hay fever, so it's not been a good week for me. Now the UCL final is confirmed. Who have you got? I got PSG, man. I got PSG. See way better. I agree. So I haven't changed glasses in years, man. It's been a long time, probably about 5 years. Longer than that, even actually. I mean, I've got the old pair. Yeah, these are relics, boy. Relics from an old age. Did you see Death Sentence? I did. I'm a reformed Death Sentence fan. I have to say, I used to just thought it was a big joke, and he still is. But I quite enjoy it. I think he's entertaining as hell. He's definitely got a screw loose, but maybe that's not a bad thing. I mean, if he didn't, he probably wouldn't have the audience he does. So I'm a huge fan of the guy. I mean, all that training with DJ just to still fight like he fights, I mean, that takes something. I don't know what, but it worked. I just wish he got the finish, like a proper finish. I don't know why his opponent quit. It was very weird. 2 more fights, light heavyweight title rematch, then win or loss, you have a heavyweight fight, possibly for the title. Are you talking about Death Sentence of Alex Pereira? Yeah, I mean, I agree. I think that makes sense for Alex. I don't see why Alex would fight after 2025. Getting on, probably on a hell load of money. He doesn't need to fight anymore. I agree, but listen, it's the thrill of the fight. It's a craving for a lot of guys, If Alex loses in the Ankalaev rematch, he's kind of at a dead end. Like, where does he go from there at his age? Moving up to heavyweight whilst not being champ is a pretty bad idea. I agree. I think that's retirement for me. If I'm in Pereira's position, do I lose to Ankalaev again? I mean, yes, there's the prospect of heavyweight, but it's not going to work well for him if Aspinall's about. Let's be real here. It would sell a lot of money, though. It would make a lot of money. Let's not kid ourselves. It would. Alex Pereira versus Tom Aspinall would feed families. How would it go, though? I think we all know the answer to that. I think that goes for anyone that fights Tom Aspinall, but, I won't speak anymore on him. You guys know my opinion on that, man. I think Alex has reached McGregor status of he doesn't need to fight. That's a bold claim. I wouldn't say so. I mean, a lot of these guys at the top level don't necessarily need to fight anymore. Whether it makes sense. I know that can be that's a bit of a broad statement, but it's just a matter of whether it makes sense. And I think, I mean, if he loses to Ankalaev again, yeah, it doesn't make sense to me. Cut back to middleweight and smash the hell out of him for another year. Nah, he can't do that now, and especially not at his age. I think as you get older, that weight cut gets harder, and especially when you've moved away from it, going back to that, it's like climbing the mountain again. It's just tough. I don't think his body can even do it anymore. It was already extreme in the first place. So, there's no way we'll see him back down to middleweight. I'd bet a lot of money that doesn't happen. There's my water. There's my water. I'm dehydrated as shit. Too much talking, bro. That's what I'm saying. It dries the hell out of my throat. Alex would be a tiny heavyweight. He'd be risking too much by fighting a contender. Oh, well, I don't think he'd be fighting a contender. And you'd probably lose to whoever's champ. Agreed. Fan never at crossroads. He is. I think it's make or break for him in the next fight. If it is to be Alex Pereira versus Ankalaev, I think that is last chance saloon for him. DDP Hamzat would ragdoll Alex at middleweight. I don't know, man. I don't know. DDP, I'm not entirely sure. Hamzat, I agree. DDP, I wouldn't say for certain. DDP does get clipped, as good, as much as I rate him and as good as he is, I mean, he still does get hurt. Like he takes some shots. Alex Pereira can find his chin. You have to lose muscle, which is tough to do exactly. I mean, no way he goes back down to middleweight. I think we can scratch that one out, to be honest with you. It's just no way. No way in hell is he gets back down there. I just don't see it. It's just too tough on the body. He's no spring chicken either, man. He's like, how old is he? 38? 37? He's around that, right? 36, maybe. He's 37. There you go. He's nearly 38. He's 38 in July. I think, I'll tell you what we might see. I think this makes sense. I think what we might see with Alex Pereira is we might see him move up. Not move up, sorry. Leave the realm of MMA. I think he'll be able to leave on his own terms. I think we'll see him in the boxing ring, to be honest with you. I think that makes sense. With his kickboxing background, he's got experience in the ring. You know, he knows that game. And with this newfound star power he's cultivated over the last few years, I could see him very much, if he's able to get out of that UFC contract, I think that's the big if, right? Because we know the restrictions that have been placed on fighters since the whole McGregor-Mayweather fiasco. You know, Dana doesn't like his fighters going elsewhere and boxing, right? Anywhere with strikes. So that is a big question. But if he can get over that hurdle, I think what we might see is Alex Pereira fight someone in the boxing realm. I don't know who. Hell, maybe Israel Adesanya. You never know. You really don't ever know in combat sports. But I think that's a realistic possibility. What's up, Ali? How you doing, man? Good to have you back, bro. Crazy statement to come in there with, though. Few pay-per-view ideas that I think could have matched or gotten closer to Conor versus Khabib. And Ngannou Jones, I think Ngannou Jones would have done over a mil, but no way would it have done two. No way. Conor Woodley for Triple Champ in 2016. Yes, I think that's maybe. I wouldn't. 2 mil? I'm not sure. Rock versus DC after DC became double champ. Yeah, that would have been up there. Maybe not 2 mil, though. Not close. Haven't heard your thoughts on Nico getting fraud checked. Yeah, I agree. I forgot about that. I wouldn't say it was fraud checked. Because, you know, I mean, this is I'm gonna sort of bring forth the same sentiment that a lot of people have been sharing, is that it's not a fraud check based on the fact that RDR is one of the most experienced and best fighters we've seen in the combat sports realm in a long time. The guy is very, very good. You know, esteemed background. So losing to him is absolutely no shame. I mean, he's only got, what, 2 losses on his record? Is it? I typed in RDR and it came up with Red Dead Redemption. God's sake. I mean, yeah, 2 losses. When's the last time he's lost? He lost, he lost 2 back-to-back against, what's his name? I can't speak it. In the one championship. Anthony Malakin or whatever his name is. I mean, he's ran through a lot of guys. He's legit as hell. I mean, let's not get it twisted. No shame in, the fact is with Nickel, I think the problem with Bo, right? I'll tell you what it is. I think the problem with Bo is his reliance on the wrestling. He was almost too comfortable with that. It was almost like, oh, my wrestling will do the job. It's okay. And I don't think he developed the striking enough, or maybe he was led to believe his striking was good enough to hang at this higher level. You know, and some fighters that works, right? For Khabib, his style worked perfectly, but that was honed over a long, long time, where he was able to marry his inept striking with a certain style of grappling, which formed the perfect, efficient fighter. I've mentioned that many times before. His striking wasn't great, but it exactly served the purpose it needed to do. Good defense, constant moving his head off the center line. It was hard to hit Khabib, and it was even harder to stop his takedowns. That's what made him so effective. Bo clearly hasn't adapted that. The way he acts on the feet he doesn't enable his wrestling with his striking particularly well. And that is the result of a lack of experience. That's what it comes down to with Bo Nickel. So I think that's the difference between him and a guy like Khabib. And obviously there's a lot of other factors at play, like the weight classes and the weight difference, meaning you can't move in the same way and adapt in the same way. It's just a different ball game to an extent. So I can understand that if I'm looking at a silver lining for Bo. But at the same time, you have to take some responsibility in the gym, where the work is done, where it's really where the belts are won, where champions are made. It's the saying in the gym. Bo needs to evolve more, and he's no spring chicken either. You know, I know I keep using the phrase, but it's difficult to really develop those new skills at his age. He's 29, so he's in his prime. He hasn't had those formative years of building up his skill set on the feet like Khabib did. So he's in a tricky situation, but his wrestling is still great. I'll never doubt that. Khabib's an opponent going out, check stream react. I don't even know what this is going to be. This is going to be something stupid. What is this, bro? I'm not even watching the rest. I'll shut the fuck up. Fuck's sake. Jane Robinson looked great in the last fight. Yeah, man. 4 wins in a row. I've always been high on her in terms of her grappling pedigree. She's phenomenal. Great jiu-jitsu. And now, I mean, she's really garnering some serious momentum. Is it 4 or 5 now? I mean, she's really coming on strong. I mean, she's in her fighting prime right now. Not going to rule her out for anything. Looking very good, though. Will I be watching Canelo Crawford? 100%, man. I mean, what a fight that is. What's up, Nav? Good to see you, brother. Good to have you back. Good to have you back. Khabib's striking wasn't to KO his opponents. Khabib used his striking to set up his grappling. Agreed. And I said that's where Bo struggles. I think that was the intention behind Bo's style. Well, maybe a bit of both, right? I think he does look to knock out his opponents, and to an extent, it works against lesser competition like a Val Woodburn. But when you get to those high levels, you know, it's not going to work. It just isn't. Unrelated, but I was lucky enough to go to Eubank Bend, no way, with my dad, and I can't say any UFC fight would get me as excited as I was that night. Just me, or does the UFC kind of feel like it's coasting? Not at all, man. Not at all. I mean, I think we're in a time where, I mean, I've actually discussed it at length in the video I'm writing now on the UFC eras. I was doing a bit on the epilogue because it was fresh in my mind about where the UFC is going to go in the future and where we are right now in terms of the overall landscape of the sport and the company. And it's not great. I agree. And it almost feels like boxing is now on the rise, while MMA and the UFC more specifically is starting to decline a little bit. But everything is a circle. I think it will come and go. There's ebbs and flows. The UFC will come back. I mean, I don't doubt that. It's not going anywhere. But I do agree to an extent. But I'm glad you got to go to the fight, bro. Awesome. What an awesome opportunity. Shout out, man. Thank you, Unc, man. I think I'm subscribed to you. Am I not? If I'm not, I do apologize. Yes, I am. Yeah, appreciate it, brother. I hope you're doing well. I am subscribed to you. I think you were in here last week, weren't you? Or am I crazy? If you weren't, again, I've been a bit, my brain's been a bit fried. But thank you, man. I hope you're doing well. Oh, I just closed my stream tab. I've lost the chat, baby. Hang on a minute. But thank you, man. I hope the content grind is treating you well. I know how difficult it is. Believe me. I've been through the ringer with that shit, and I still am. It's a constant battle. You know it is. Atomic, what's up, man? Love you, vids. Just watched James Krause. Thank you. It's not my best work, but I am proud of it regardless. If you haven't seen the Volkanovski one, I implore you all, not just you, Atomic, to go check that out. I'm still so proud of that. So check it. Nate, what's up, man? Good to have you. You thought Robertson would have been on the Canada card? I know, right? It doesn't make sense, but I hope to see her back soon. Doing well, man. Yes, I stopped by. Yes, you did, man. Sorry, I know it's hard to keep track these days. And honestly, as I said, I mentioned it last week as well and today. Just my brain's been a bit all over the shop. But we're working hard on this new video. I've got a real fire in my belly to get this one for you guys. It's going to take a while because it's a big fucking project. In fact, I haven't even looked at the word count. What I've done for this video is I've literally hidden the word count just so I can write. I'm just going to write until I can't write or there's nothing left to say. And I will trim if needed, but at the moment, it's just ramping up and I got a lot to say. So, again, there's a lot of overlap with some of the other videos I've done in terms of there will be some sequences there where stuff I've already talked about. I'm just trying to frame it in a different light, right? So when I'm talking about the dark ages of the UFC, I'm going to go talk about the Ultimate Fighter stuff and even before that, where the UFC was bought out by Dana and the Fertitta brothers. I know these are topics I've discussed at length before, but I'm looking at them in a slightly different light, right? I'm talking about the repercussions of some of these decisions, these consequences, and the lasting impact these things have had. Like Ronda Rousey, for example. I'm talking about what Ronda Rousey did years on for the UFC, and same with Conor McGregor. How he led us down this entertainment era of showmanship and being on the mic rather than being about the fighting and all these sort of butterfly effects. So it's quite a cool piece to write about. Tickets are pretty cheap. Really? £45? Fucking hell, man. We were going to go 304 Manchester. I know, bro. I mean, I don't know about where you live. I'm assuming you're in UK based as well, right? But for me, trying to get to London, UFC London, I went to 286 and those tickets were £400 each, which is insane. And then I got 2 tickets. They were £400 each. And I went to the fight night. I went Volkov Aspinall as well a couple of years ago, and that was absurdly expensive. So I get it. It's just a struggle, man. Turkey say boxing. Yeah, I mean, human rights violations aside. What do you think of Natalia Silva Natalia Silva? Who did she fight recently? Bro, I don't even keep up with most of the women's fighters outside of my favorites. Let's have a look. Who did she fight? Damn, she's on a fucking run. Holy shit. I didn't even realize. What the fuck? I thought she had a loss not that long ago. It turns out she's been on a streak. She hasn't lost in years. She hasn't even lost in the UFC. Fairs. I mean, she's got to be on the horizon for a title shot, right? I mean, yeah, she's fighting Grasso, isn't she? Canada, yeah. Well, who knows, man? Who knows? You know it, Nate. What's up, man? Appreciate it. Hit the like. Big money interests. Want safe betting. Women's MMA. Certain demographics as champion. I mean, I don't know. I mean, speaking of women's MMA, I mean, who you guys got for this weekend? I'm very torn. I'm still very torn on it. I really am. Speaking of tough, Lauren's been putting in the work last week. He's uploaded a video every season, every day. Some over 3 hours, best of each season. I mean, I like Lauren, but his videos aren't. I guess they're tedious to make, but they're not a lot of heart put into them. They're just super cuts of. I mean, they're cool to watch. So I will appreciate that. They're very nice, convenience to have, and I'll be grateful for that. But they are just super cuts of other content. Picked her over Grasso. Yeah, I think I might be as well. If he was stuck in Andy Collins, yeah, he's clearly fearing him. JDM, better get it done. I got him by flying. Nope, you're not getting me with that one, brother. Close one, though. UFC pumping out garbage cards, but ticket prices and pay-per-view prices higher than they've ever been. Imagine dropping $80 on UFC 315. I mean, I'm grateful. Like, in the UK, we just don't have to pay that much. Like, because of the way our subscription works, we only have to pay for about 2 pay-per-views a year. And outside of that, we get it all on a subscription. So it's a bit different. But still, yeah, I don't envy the position you guys are in. Predictions for 315. JDM, Shevchenko, Aldo, Silva, Prepelec. I mean, JDM is a bold claim. I think Bilal's going to take it, to be honest with you. I think Ian Gary actually said it best. He said, Bilal's biggest strengths directly counter JDM's biggest weaknesses. So I think that's a good way of putting why I think Bilal's going to win it. Grasso versus Silva is the prettiest matchup. No, it's not, because Veronica Hardy's not in there. Not watching it. This is horrendous. Maximum Canadian disrespect as usual. I know. I mean, I wish we had GSP. It would have been good, man. Grateful to stream these. I mean, I'm more of a crack streams enjoyer. Oh, I have Lash and Link, brother. I have Lash and Link. Nah, I mean, I don't pay. As I said, I get mine on subscription, so I ain't got to worry about it. Well, it's been great recently. Yeah, it's been nice, man. Nice one. Nice and warm. They literally couldn't charge for every pay-per-view over here. I don't think many would watch exactly. It just wouldn't work. They'd lose the market. No way. Especially, yeah, exactly. The fact we have to stay up, I ain't paying for that shit. I mean, anytime we do, I get the Russian link up. So. Blau is 100% more interesting than Leon will ever be. I mean, on the mic, I'd actually agree. I think he rattles a lot of feathers, and with obvious intention, I'm doing so. So I think yes, in that regard. I need to move up because I'm going to lean back a little bit. There we go. But I think outside of that, I mean, let's not kid ourselves. It's like comparing piss versus shit in the octagon on who's more exciting. And Bilal is the shit. Just so worse than the piss, which is Leon. I think Leon's much more interesting than Bilal on in the cage. JDM has nothing to fear. His cardio is solid. He'll hurt Bilal. I think he could. It's not a case of the cardio I'm worried about. It's just a case of not being able to handle the relentless takedown threats, because Bilal's cardio is just as good, if not much better, than JDM's. So if JDM wins, do you think Leon could beat JDM if given the chance? I would have called it a 50-50 before the Sean Brady fight. I'm just not sure if Leon's heart is in the game anymore after that one. I really am not. So honestly, I don't know. I think if the money line is good, I'd probably put some money on him, because I think it's a close fight. I think Leon's striking is still phenomenal. And if he is to still compete in the UFC, I just need them to give him a striker. Give him a striker. Let him challenge him there, because he hasn't fought a striker in fucking ages. Like, seriously, if you go back and look at his record, he's not been given. He's just been given wrestler after wrestler after wrestler. So JDM would be a nice change of pace. I think the only way we even get that matchup again, though, is if JDM loses to Bilal, because if JDM becomes the champ, they're not going to make him fight Leon. They're going to make him fight Islam Makhachev. That's what's going to happen. Bilal's trash talk is weird to me because it's really effective at getting under the skin, but his voice is so non-threatening that confuses my brain. I think he's a very good rage baiter. I think that's a good way of describing Bilal. He's very much a rage baiter kind of trash talker. He'll just annoy the shit out of you, and he annoys people on Twitter. And it's even funnier, and it works even more now because he's a champ, and people just hate the fact that he's the champ. Would you put House on full distance? What, for Bilal being Well, if Bilal was to win against JDM, I think I probably would, yeah. Maybe not the house. A little bit extreme. I think Leon reached gold too late in his career. I don't think so. I disagree with that. He reached the belt in his prime. I mean, what is he, 32? I mean, he quite literally got the belt right in his prime. I mean, he's 32, right? 33. And he won the belt 3 years ago. So, I mean, that's about prime where you want to be when you win the belt. Makes sense to me. I don't think it's a wrong time. I think there is a wrong time to win the belt. To be honest with you, I think just winning the belt is a privilege. Ilya said he was announced as opponent tonight. Where did he say that? Did he really? You better not be trolling me, man. I swear to God. You tell me when that's been the case, and I will be there. Is he just tweeted that or something? I really hope you're right and you're not trolling me, because that would give me something to look forward to. I'm looking at his Twitter right now. Nothing on Twitter. You better not be trolling. I feel like you're trolling, man. What about Instagram? Oh, yeah, I don't see nothing, bro. You're trolling me right now. Really that long ago? Yeah, 2022. Well, it's more 2.5 years. But still. I remember it like it was yesterday. Oh man, what a fucking night. Leo, do I train MMA dots? I do, man. I train jiu-jitsu. No gi jiu-jitsu only. Because I've never put a gi on. I'm too stubborn, and I've been thinking about doing boxing, but never just made the jump. But I've been doing no gi jiu-jitsu since on and off since 2020, like back end of 2020, so really 2022. But again, I had a lot of time off in between. I was at university, just things got in the way. So in total, probably about 2 years, give or take 2 years in total. So there you go. But yeah, I mean, I love it, man. I was training on Monday, open mat on Monday, just getting some good rounds in. I finally hit a dart stroke from bottom, which I'm so fucking gassed about. I can lock up a dart easy like it's nothing from top, but doing it from a bottom position, like a sort of escape from side control into a dart, I finally hit one of those. I got my blue belt. There's no belts in no-gi, so I'm technically a white belt with no stripes on a technicality, but I'd say I'm probably not far off that. I'd say I'm around a blue belt, yeah. But again, it's all relative, isn't it? Some people are much, some people like that. Tamil Tiger, I don't know what that is. Who is that? Or what is that? Maybe I do without knowing. You tell me. Oh, Kenu. Oh yeah, him. Yeah, I thought him for a minute. Yeah, Kenu. I do. Are you trolling me, man? I mean, I don't train with him, but I know him. Bro, how do you know that? Nah, you're scaring me, brother. No way. Do we really? Yeah, I gotta be careful not to dox myself here. Yeah, chill, bro. Alright, don't say it. Don't say the name. Don't say the name. Alright, to be honest, I don't care that much. Oh shit, you go okay, I mean, you baited it now. Shit. Yeah, no, I'm not there. I'm at the other one. Ah, fuck yeah, I don't care. I'm at the other one, mate. I'll pull up to a grappling session at the other one, bro. I'm there. It's all good, bro. It's alright. It's fine. Ain't no one good. Bro, do I know you? You better not be trolling me, bro. Because I know a few people a few people in the gym know me. So, but that's only because it's just come up in conversation. It's not like, So I don't know. Fuck. Maybe I do know you. Maybe I've seen you. I don't know. When do you train? If you only go Croydon, then I'm not sure. Fuck it. We may have done a round before. I don't know. I've been to the Croydon one a couple times. I've just baited it, but who cares? Fuck it. Why not? Haven't mate. I just had a on Monday. Yeah. What, were you there for that? Yeah, stuff. That's crazy, bro. Fair enough. Yeah, well, I mean, again, I don't Clipton said the Daily Anime, shut the fuck up. Listen, I don't really give a shit too much. I know you guys aren't crazy. Then again, there are a couple of people who are. Yeah, you always underestimate. There are some crazy motherfuckers. So I'm supposed to be outside chat. It's all good, man. Mate, if you see me, if you come to the other gym on a different day, I'm probably there on a no-gi session. Or just DM me on Instagram, bro. Probably a better way of doing it. Just DM me on Instagram or some shit, and then I don't know. I'm training every week, so Leon getting a rep. He was earlier. He was earlier. Was it Dawson on the bottom that gave it away? Yeah, maybe. What's up, Specky? Good to have you, man. How you doing, bro? Got you, man. Got you. Hit me up. You missed my chat? Did I? Oh, I'm on top chat. Hang on. It probably got filtered. Oh, not trolling. Ilya will get on Spanish TV channel, announce everything about his fight. When? When did he say that, though? Oh, there you go. Yeah. Well, Leo. Working on you, Jiu-Jitsu. Is that a Chael Sonnen quote? I see you. Doing great. Joy from DC. Nice, man. Good. I'm glad you got the good energy today, man. I know how difficult it is. Life's tough right. Life is tough right now, man. It is for people. It's a tough game. Adult life anyway is fucking hard. And I'm only 23, so, and I already miss being a fucking child. I remember one time I found Kenny Okoye's personal Facebook. Who needs to turn this shit private? Yeah, I mean, I have my private pages, but I just had to keep them private. They're not hard to find if you dig enough. I just don't really care. But like, you won't. I got them all private, so only people I know can follow me. So, I made that mistake early on. I didn't make my separate accounts quick enough, and some people were trying to follow me and shit. Like, it's just a little weird, But it's whatever. I don't mind. Listen, the government own all your information anyway, so if they want to find you, they will. Will he enter Contender Series? Who? Me? I hope not. I definitely not. Casual opinion, Bo sucks. Hardcore opinion, RDR is elite in a nightmare matchup for Bo. Agreed. I wish I bet on him. I solely made money on Sandhagen. That's the only thing I had Sandhagen via sub. It was technically a submission, so I should have made a load of money on that one, but he was 8-1, and I nearly pulled through on that. I had a little punt on him because I like Sandhagen's submission game. I said this on stream, didn't I? Do you remember, guys? I fucking said it. Gory via sub is a great bet, and it should have hit, but the fucking sports books are knobheads, man. So when you get to 30, you realize at 23 you were still a child. No, I know. I'm not ready for that. It's gonna go by so quickly. I'm very much not ready for that at all. So RDR is massive for 185. Man, he won champion. Yeah, he was for a long time. You think Figa will retire out of comp? No, I don't think he's got long left in this game. I mean, to be honest with you, he surprised me. I thought he was going to retire. I think he would have already been retired, man. But listen, he's done very well to even have a good. He proved me wrong by doing so well as he has done at bantamweight. I thought it'd just be too little, too late for him after moving up. After his flyweight tenure was been and gone, I thought moving up to bantamweight was sort of clutching at straws. But he may not have won the belt, but he's had a very good run there, almost reminiscent of Jose Aldo. Running back the clock a little bit. Similar sort of stories. Will you still be doing streams in nursing home? Why not, right? Any of us Pakistan war? Who you got, bro? Why are you talking to me like this is some fucking UFC pay-per-view, bro? I don't know. I don't know enough about it. Get to my 32nd birthday. How am I supposed to celebrate the whole day in 30 seconds? Shut the fuck up, bro. He got murdered, man. It's tough. I know. Yeah, definitely now. I think now for me, it's a wrap. I agree. I don't think we'll see him come back. And if he does, it's just not going to go well. I mean, one, damage to your knee is so hard to recover from. And two, he's at that stage of his career where by the time he even gets back, he's going to be... Isn't he like 36 at the moment? I mean, he's got nothing to prove. I mean, he's 37. He's 37. He's 38 in December. And by the time he comes back, it won't be for at least a year. So he'll be 38. So yeah, for me, I think that's him done. I'm sure he'll be considering that option. We'll see though, man. If he gets, yeah, exactly. 38, 39, man. I mean, you tell me, I mean, I don't need to tell you guys, especially these lighter weight classes, right? I mean, it's speed and reaction time are way more prevalent there than they are at heavyweight, where you can get away with going a bit longer. At heavyweight and light heavyweight, you can stave that off. But at bantamweight, flyweight, and featherweight to an extent, it's just so much more important there. And if you don't have that, you're just gonna get lapped by the competition. Yeah, man, he was crying. New era of welterweights ain't chicken hide in his game to fight anyone. I think partially that's down to the UFC's fault though, more than anything. I mean, I get it. Like when Usman fought Masvidal for the second time, he called him out directly. I don't blame him. Masvidal was the biggest star in the sport at the time outside of McGregor, so I would do the same thing. You remember, you get a percentage of the pay-per-view points, and nothing's guaranteed in this game, especially not being a champion. So Usman wanted to capitalize and make the money. I don't blame the guy in the slightest. At this point, Figue's done it all exactly. What an incredible underrated career, actually. I'm going to say that now. What an underrated career Deiveson Figueiredo has had. 24-5. Incredible. And he's only lost to the best. I mean, really, he lost to Jussier Formiga, who was an absolute animal back in his day. Brandon Moreno twice. And then Piotr Jan and now Corey Sandhagen. I mean, you're talking about some of the best bantamweights of all time in there. And flyweights, should I say. Both of them. I mean, no shame in that. I mean, two-time flyweight champion. Absolute beast. Wins over Chito Vera, Cody Garbrandt, and Rob Font at bantamweight. I mean, what an absolute killer. Especially at this age, at this stage of his career. I mean, he did that all in a year. No, well, less than a year. 2023 December to August 2024. So in, what is that? Like 9 months? 8 to 10 months, give or take. He did all of that in that period of time at that age, at 36. Incredible. Really incredible. What an elite fighter, man. So underrated. Does not get enough praise. Seriously. Era of goofy, explosive guys. What, welterweight? Or just in general? In general, then yeah. Peter Stash is back. Never left, my man. Need Buckley to get a title shot. I mean, I think he's on the cusp, right? It's tough, bro. It's tough. I mean, I don't know where he lies in welterweight right now. I think he's actually done a good job of building his personal brand and his character to a wider audience. That's why I think he might actually get the shot. I mean, welterweight's just a Shark Tank right now. And with Islam Makhachev potentially being on the case, realistically, 315 is actually an important event, not because of who's fighting on it, but because of what it does for the wider implications of the sport and the division. Because I talked about this before, whoever wins decides where Islam Makhachev goes. And obviously that has implications on the rest of the welterweight division as well. So we got to just see how everything plays out here, let the dust settle, and then we can start talking about whether Joaquin Buckley's in that conversation or what we got. But obviously, yeah, he's fighting Usman now, isn't he? I completely forgot. I've got Buckley in that. Usman's time has been and gone, in my opinion. Waits for no man. Am I Australian? No, bro. I'm from London. I'm very much English, man. Buck beats Usman? I think so, man. I mean, it's the age, isn't it? That's what it is. I mean, Usman is how old now? 37? Guy is old news. And I love Usman. I think he had a great title reign, underrated in terms of his performances, overrated in terms of the competition. But overall, a great champion. But, you know, it's not his time anymore. And it very much is Joaquin's, who's come on leaps and bounds since moving down to welterweight and really putting in double the effort. You can see, you know, he's reaped the benefits of that. You know, putting in the hard work and targeting improvements. I'm sure him and his team have done a good job on that. And they will be game planning for Usman extensively. Who's the most prettiest UFC fighter currently? Veronica Hardy, bro. It's a simple answer, man. That's my 2 cents. I don't think there's many personally. A lot of them aren't my cup of tea, you know. But I'm a man of taste, bro. I got Cyborg, crazy. Yeah, if we're going priests, I could go guys as well, bro. No Diddy, bro. He's like the best looking men's fighter based on just pure attractiveness. Like if we're just being strictly in that regard, don't make it weird. Brian Ortega, he's a good looking dude to be fair. He's got that sort of suaveness to him, you know. Kind of gives fuckboy energy though. I don't know. Good to see the stream absolutely fucking derailing, bro. Drew Dober, he is the Giga Chad to be fair, but he's almost too far in that direction, you know. Brock Lesnar wouldn't go that far personally, brother. But each to their own. Right? Okay, that is crazy. No. Pereira just scary, man. I mean, Pereira's a little bit too extreme. I'm gonna be real. That's Pereira's sister though. Okay, not in the UFC though. She doesn't count. Islam bit in the sauna. How about all of the Dagestanis in the sauna? You know which photo I'm talking about. I ain't gonna get it up. You know what I'm talking about. Bigfoot Silver. Okay. What about undefeated, undisputed, bro? Shelby Sonnen. Paul Craig, yeah, to be fair, Paul Craig post hair transplant. I mean, now that's a fair argument. He's got a great beard game. I'll say that. Ilya looks like a Spanish James Bond. He's too small for James Bond. Can't be. He's definitely he brings that energy though. I get it. JDM, little nah, that's rogue, bro. Australian style, but you're British. I mean, there's a lot of crossover between the two countries, so I'm not surprised you think that. I guess I'll take that, Scrimpo. Thank you. I agree, Atomic. Rose Namajunas before she went GI Chain. Not for me personally on either side of the coin, but Peyton Talbot. I mean, bro, you can't fault the man. Peyton Talbot's with fucking Frank Ocean. I mean, that's fairs. Bro's heard the new Frank Ocean album before any of us. So there you go. Paul Craig always hitting on Mackenzie Dern. Yeah, that was crazy. What was that? It was an interview with Nina Drama he did or something? I don't know. What's her name? Whose name? I wish I was Peyton Talbot. That's What, just so you could hear the music? Just for that, right? Just so you could hear the Frank Ocean music, right? Nothing more than that, right? George, my man. Good to have you back, bro. How you doing? Like the energy, brother. Cool. I read that. I think Claudia Gadet is pretty hot. Not for me, man. Why does this stream well, not always? It's just this has happened so many times where it devolves into this degeneracy, man. I'm a man of principle, all right? I ain't about it. I can real account. Yeah, I was about to say. I thought your icon was different. Best looking MMA fighter is Jones's wife. That's crazy, bro. No. What happened to principle and being honorable? You know, what happened to that? Are we just gonna jet her over? I prefer not to speak, my friend. If I speak, I'm into love. I'm not even gonna. I have no comment on that one. No comment. No comment at all. Honor, what's that? Touche. Touche. Hang on, I just got to respond to this. Sorry, people. Cool. I'm late, bro. It's all good, man. Hey, listen, anyway, I know it won't be live and you got to watch it back, but I will be here on the archive, so you can go watch the stream back if you want. And regardless, I'll be back next week as well, or Sunday even. So, hey, you know, it happens, man. It's all right. Don't apologize if you were going. We left that behind when social media became huge. Ain't that the truth? Jesus. Uno's egregiously late. Yeah. It's all good, man. Listen, people got lives, bro. I got lives. Oh, I've got a life. Things happen, man. I love buying every pay-per-view for Uncle Dana. No, bro. I know you're lying to yourself when you say that shit. No way. Come on, nonce if you're a Minecraft YouTuber. No, yeah, but you have to have over 100k subs as well. I think they're both true. Sean Sally drinks that. I don't even know what that is, Juice, man. I ain't gonna read it out because you're scaring me, man. Leo leading a double live confirmed. Yeah, I am actually a crime boss when I go off stream. And I actually have all my minions doing the videos for me. I don't make any of them. For every Minecraft YouTuber hits the stereotypes. I know, right? It is weird. Not all of them. Not all of them. There's some few good eggs, bro. Listen, Yogscast back in the day, Captain Sparkles. I don't forget. Yogscast back in 2011, bro. That's when I was on that train, you know. Dad of 8? Who's that? Peaky Blinder? Yeah, I am. What are you saying? I'm a dad of 8 all night. I fucking hope not. Yeah, no, I'm not from Birmingham, mate, so I can't be a Peaky Blinder. I haven't actually watched it. I just know that Tommy Shelby is from Birmingham. Oh, do YouTube for the model was sell out as quick as possible? Well, you know, I feel like people are held a lot more accountable with that kind of stuff now. So, stream, yeah, absolutely. God, there should not be 8 me's running around. I couldn't even allow that myself, bro. I'm gonna be real with you. If I had 8 kids, I'd have to be seriously rethinking what I'm doing. That's why I like MMA YouTube still small enough where it's chill. I agree with the first part. I definitely don't agree with the latter. There's way too much drama in MMA YouTube, which I refuse to get involved with. That's why I like these streams, man. They're just kind of a safe corner, in my opinion. I hope you guys feel the same. It's almost like a small pocket of the internet, or the small pocket of the MMA internet, where we can just chill, shoot the shit, and not get involved in petty bullshit because it happens way too often. So I know, Ison, I'm sort of an orbiter of some of these dramas, and I just can't be arsed. How do you have the energy for it? I really don't know. Crazy. Crazy. But with that, guys, I think I am going to have to love you and leave you. I got some food to eat, people to see, people to talk to, and some more writing to be done. Because I'm telling you, this script is taking me ages. And I promise you, it will be worth it. Listen to Jack Stack on a Monday, and that's about it. And myself, of course, I'm assuming you're including that, Wolf. But I appreciate you guys. Thank you all. I will love you and leave you. And I will see you on Sunday and video when it's ready. I don't know when. It will take a while. It's a big project, but it will be worth the wait. Thank you so much for being here, guys. And I will see you pretty soon. Have a good one.